the outcry right now that's going around Democrat circles, where they're so mad about ICE agents wearing masks, even though violence against them is up 700%. And they still have, like numbers, ID numbers on their badges on their uniforms. And they don't want to show their faces because the left is psychotic and trying to kill them and their families. So they deserve a modicum of protection. Thank you very much. And I love that Zeke Arkham posted about this. He said, Democrats, we want ICE agents to be ID'd and identified in order to know who they are. And us, we want voter ID so people are ID'd and identified in order to make sure voting is fair. Democrats, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's so true. They're such hypocritical a-holes.
They're cheaters is what they are. They're absolute cheaters. They want to cheat. Yeah. They want to get that. That's why they want illegals in this country. That's what they want them here. They just want they want illegals here. They don't want law. They want to cheat. That's because they can't win on their own because their policies suck. That's why.
And it's really, I mean, the psycho ponytail girl whose videos we've played before, I don't know her name. I don't care what her name is. She goes by Politics Girl. She's the one that shows up on the Abby Phillips CNN panel from time to time. And she always has that super tight, super high ponytail. And she does these videos from her kitchen and she is insane. So she made a video yesterday about ICE agents, begging them. Essentially, it was a plea to ICE agents telling them to quit their jobs because they're being asked to do evil, immoral, horrible things. This is the level of psycho that is on the left. Just look at the rabid eyes, you guys. She is nuts.
Hey, quit your job. Seriously. If you work for ICE and you're not a total monster who gets off on ripping children out of their mother's arms and beating people senseless because they have a different color of skin than you, then quit your job. And if you're like, but I work for ICE and I'm not hateful and disgusting, are you terrorizing people on the street? Are you leaving babies in the backs of cars when you take away their dad? Are you leaving American children with no mom when they get home from school? Are you hanging out with people who do? Then quit. Quit. Make it impossible for ICE to run because there just aren't that many people who want to be America's Gestapo, who don't want to spend the rest of their lives waking up in a dead cold sweat because they know they're monsters and it haunts them. If you don't want torture and death on your hands, if you believe you are a good, honest American citizen, then quit.
Listen,
God, what in the world?
Yeah, talk to Laken Riley's mom, you hag.
God,
what an absolute hag she is. Yeah,
I mean, it's just sad that is how they've demonized ICE to such an extent that now people are saying that it's part of our constitutional rights to self-defense to go and actively harm these people. Right. That's how twisted they've become.
She's anti-law enforcement. Okay, well, when somebody's coming to rob your house and coming in to get you, then you don't get to call them. You know, it's like, that's the thing. The first thing that they're going to do is they're going to dial 911 because because ICE is law enforcement.
Right.
These people are anti-law enforcement, but the first person that they are going to call when they're in trouble is law enforcement.
Yep.
They're such hypocrites, these people. Like you can't have it both ways. Pick a lane, lady.
It makes me insane to just even see her face and her stupid type
I know. And she's so angry. And there was a dog in the background and I feel sorry for the dog.
I know. I do too. I do feel sorry for that dog. Yesterday, I think it was, we talked about Alligator Alcatraz some because people are so mad about it. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, especially, she went and she was like, let me just tell you about the torture that these poor criminal illegals are facing on a day-to-day basis at Alligator Alcatraz. Well, now essentially the warden of Alligator Alcatraz was on with Jesse last night to talk about the extent to which Democrats were willing to lie about the conditions there. It's absolutely ridiculous. Some of the stories. Here he is.
Politicians trying to create controversy where they're like, making things up or exaggerating.
Absolutely. I think probably one of my favorites was an individual had a thermometer, an infrared thermometer that they actually pointed at a light bulb and it was 110 degrees and it was, I knew it is 110 degrees. I said, let's actually pull that down to where the ambient air is at.
We know they didn't like the toilet system.
Yeah. Yeah, so the toilet system, you showed that already. And, this is a standard mock-up toilet system that is in any secured facility. Again, we meet and exceed either the national standard or the state of Florida standard, whatever is a higher level. We meet or exceed that standard.
And these inmates, Kevin, these are well-fed inmates. There's no one starving to death.
Yeah, that might be one of my favorites, Jesse, is number one, it was a gray turkey sandwich. Well, she was about 6 feet away from that turkey sandwich box that was in a wrapper that I don't know how she could tell it was gray. However, think about it like this, Jesse. Individuals that go to a hospital, individuals that go and get Michelle Obama's lunches are getting the exact same thing. But then she turned around and asked, as a part of that same question, if they want second portions, can they come and get it? So it's either gray and it's too nasty to eat, or it's okay and can I get second helping?
Interesting, right?
It's just pathetic.
I know it is. And when it comes to like the sleeping, people, men and women in our armed services are like sleeping on the ground in other countries.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's fine, right? Because they signed up for it. That's totally fine, right? But then these like nice cots in a clean space for people who have broken the law, that's not okay. She wants like 5-star hotel for these people. Well,
I know.
it's
ridiculous.
Suck it.
It's air conditioned. They get their 3 square meals. It's nothing like the people that were sitting on rocks in cages under Biden's ridiculous open border policy, where they were all just huddled together outside under bridges because that was the best they could do with those numbers. And now they're going to complain. I mean, it's just nonsense. And I can't believe that anybody would fall for it. I'm sure there are people that fall for it. It's ridiculous.
It's constant theater from the left.
Yeah. If you could take a moment to talk to people about concerned women, because there's a lot of concerned women on our audience that would like to know how to get more involved.
There are a lot of concerned women. For the moms watching, I don't have to tell you that there is like a cultural war raging across America. You see it every day. That's one of the reasons that I'm sure you watch our show. And that's why we are excited to be teamed up with Concerned Women for America. It's the nation's largest public policy Christian women's organization. They've been around for 45 years. They've been leading the charges of voice in all levels of public policy. They're going to educate you on conservative policy. And if you're so inclined, they will train you to become a grassroots leader in the conservative movement so that you can speak about stuff, you can pray, you can testify, you can lobby, you can get more involved. They give you templates, stuff like that. It just takes a donation of $20 or more, and then you're going to get a copy of their book written by the CEO of the organization, Penny Nance, A Woman's Guide, 7 Rules for Success in Business and Life. You can be a dude that does this too. You can just go to concernedwomen.org/chicks. They focus on a bunch of core issues, conservative, like family, sanctity of life, religious liberty, stuff like that. And they have Young Women for America collegiate chapters, as well as mom, professional, older women outreach groups. They're all about empowering conservative women. So the book is a really great gift for like a woman that's graduating college or starting her professional journey, or any woman in any stage of life, really. Go to concernedwomen.org/chicks for your copy today. And again, that's concernedwomen.org/chicks.